going on, guys? It's your boy Sleazy here. And, well, we've got even more layoffs. 8 months in, and the layoffs are still continuing. They started in January, and they have happened every month since January. 8 straight months of layoffs from all of these woke companies who said for years that we need to shut up and quit complaining and adhere to the DEI nonsense. All those years telling us that this is the new way. But all of the companies are failing. Not only do we have Bungie doing mass layoffs, we've got Capcom. Capcom suffering a 40% sales loss. Half of their sales are gone, are absolutely gone and destroyed. And they cope and say it's the tough economy. It's the economy, stupid. Except for, companies like FromSoft with their Elden Ring release. Regardless of what you thought of the game and the DLC expansion, it sold phenomenally well. So no, it's not the economy, it's your shitty games. But we're going to go into some of the layoffs because not only do we get into the layoffs and the huge loss of revenue for these companies, but we get into the cope from the people who were laid off, who were absolutely DEI hires that offer nothing to the company other than a fucking checkbox. But before we get into it, guys, I'm going to do a little bit of shilling. Just a little bit. I'm going to say, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And also, make sure you check my description below because we've got some base tea for you guys. And if you use my promo code SLEAZYSOCIETY, you can get a discount. Because, well, times are tough. And discounts are good. And it comes from a place where, well, there is no DEI hiring. So with all that being said, guys, let's get into it. So here we go with Destiny creator, Bungie and Halo and, well, a lot of these games have mass layoffs and blame it on a tough economy. But if you're watching this video, you know the truth of it. It's that they went woke and now they are broke. So yesterday, Bungie released this update. We shared an important update with the Bungie team on the difficult decision to eliminate 220 roles at Bungie. 220 people laid off. But it gets even better from there. In addition to workforce reductions, Bungie is implementing two major strategic changes. The first studio will deepen its integration with Sony Interactive because they've made absolutely fantastic decisions this year. Like, what are we up to? Blocking 190 countries from being able to play Helldivers after the Helldivers fiasco where Sony did nasty things and the game developers decided not to take the people who paid for their games back and decided to back their weirdo transgender DEI woke disgusting Discord moderators. That's Sony. Yes, that's Sony. Over the next quarters, 155 roles and roughly 12% of Bungie's workforce will transition to Sony Entertainment. This move is aimed at preserving talent that would otherwise be lost due to layoffs. Second, Bungie will collaborate with PlayStation Studios leadership to spin out one of its incubation projects and action game set in the new science fantasy universe. Okay, so you're going to form a new studio. This almost sounds like Bungie's going out of business. It's kind of what it sounds like. So you lay off 220 people, and then 155 more people will be rolled into Sony, and you can transition projects into a new PlayStation studio. I think Bungie's done, guys. All right, and they go on with the cope. We were overly ambitious and our financial safety margins were subsequently exceeded, i.e., we went woke. We bought into the DEI is everything and everybody will buy your game nonsense, and you lost your money. There are so many people unhappy with Destiny right now. Hold on. Destiny Steam numbers. We're gonna go over this real quick. And since we're here and I like comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges, we're going to take a quick peek at Destiny's numbers here. Destiny has less than 50,000 concurrent players over the last month. Over the last month, 54,000 peak. Peak. What do you say we hop over to the first descendant that has the absolutely fantastic, amazing, gorgeous waifu characters in the game who doesn't push the woke narrative and just kind of lets it happen? 100,000 players. Now, granted, it's a new game, and we can see the fall off over the last month, 200,000 players, but it's actually been pretty steady. If we go here to the middle of July, we can see that it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and kind of has its repetitive groove here. Whereas if we jump back to Destiny, it doesn't have that. It's just a decline. But again, I said this video wasn't going to be entirely about Destiny, so let's hop into Capcom because, oh boy, their sales have declined 44%. 44%. They have lost nearly half of their sales, pushing this woke DEI narrative. And I've covered it in, yes, they're older videos. Yes, I know they're terrible to listen to. I was still starting the channel, but the videos are there where Capcom said it was going to devote itself to DEI. Yes, that exists. That happens. They're there. I have covered it. I know for a fact that is what they have done. And now their sales are down 44% overall. They have lost half of their customer base. They have lost half of their customer base. This is not a sustainable business model. Everything woke turns to trash. Go woke, go broke. That's the end of the story here. Both of these companies were massively and wildly successful for years and years and years and years, and had some of the greatest franchises that people kept coming back to, only to say, screw that. Buy our DEI trash. And now they're facing massive layoffs, losing half of their customers, making nothing that anybody wants to buy, and still charging premium prices, $70 on release, without everything, with day one DLCs. Thinking that this is going to be the thing that saves them. But I would be lying to you if I said that this was all I was going to talk about this video. Because we have one of the people that worked at Bungie. Let me pull up his now blocked profile. Max Nichols, leftist game designer. I make worlds that you intrinsically want to explore. That's a falsity because you got laid off because you sucked at your job. Senior activity designer at Bungie, he, him. My views, my own. They're not, though. You're part of the communist propaganda. None of your views are your own. They're what you're told to believe. But he had a statement on the layoff as well. After 9 years, fully half of my adult life. Oh, you... I was let go from Bungie this morning, along with many other terrible folks. He says amazing folks. They were terrible. That's why they got laid off. Getting to work on a game like this where I helped make experience that I enjoyed by millions of people was a huge privilege. You made games that cost the company money. So much money that you lost your job. But I don't want to leave off with a simple, it was privileged, thank you, Bungie. I'm angry and sad. I think I'm amazing at my job, and that's why we know you're terrible. That's why we know you're terrible. You think you're amazing. Half of your adult life spent working at Bungie, making it non-profitable, losing customers, and you think you're the greatest thing to exist. These people are mentally ill. The rest of this is all terrible garbage. It's I'm gonna do even better than Bungie because I'm an amazing person. You're a disgusting pile of garbage. You're a mentally unhinged person that needs to seek help. I wish we had mental asylums still, but we don't. So here we are. Anyway, there's not much I can do out of this absolute weirdo saying he was a video game god and deserves better. I think we all know where that conversation goes. And it's not on YouTube. But that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.